It's the mummy. It's the mummy.
The Mummy. Revenge of the Mummy is a ride about what if there was a mummy and he was on a roller coaster. The Mummy was a really popular little franchise that was happening in late 90s, early 2000s. I actually haven't seen any of them, but first one's supposed to be pretty good, other ones maybe not worth watching. But they were popular, they were making big dollars. So Universal Florida, they said, okay, it's a popular franchise, let's make a ride, and we're gonna just make it like the best fucking ride ever made. Like, holy shit. Now this review is about the Hollywood one, not the Florida one, but the Florida one was built first, so I just want to go through that really quick. Basically, the story of the Florida version is you're on the set of the Mummy movie, but the curse is real. So, like, you're not in the movie, you're in the set of the movie, but the curse is still real, actually. So it essentially starts out with a dark ride section. Little mummy boy comes out. He's like, what the hell are you guys doing here, guys? The curse is real. What the fuck? Like, get out of here. And the scary mummy comes out, he sucks the guy's life out, and he's like, you guys are fucked. You guys are big time fucked, you came in here. So the mummy has replaced Mario from the main menu of Mario 64, and he's going, you guys are big time fucked. You can serve me, or you can just be completely, I'm not responsible with what happens if you refuse. You bump into a wall, scarabs come out of it, normal Egypt stuff, and then you get your first tiny little boost launch backwards. You do a little dip. And then this is when shit gets majorly serious, okay? You go in this room, the face is on the wall, you're doing the damn turntable, your whole cart is spinning on the track, and then you see the guy, and he's like, I am going to fucking take your soul. And then you launch into his goddamn mouth. It's complete lunacy. So there's a big, nice, lengthy, girthy coaster section here. You can't fucking see shit. It's like Space Mountain, but horrifying. And then you come to a stop. This ride operator tells you how to disembark, and yeah, that's the ride in Florida.
Were you
just
fucking
kidding,
born
bitch?
yesterday?
Oh my god.
Were you born yesterday?
Oh my
How did you
god. So get this. The fucking ceiling catches on fire. Real fire. You can feel the heat. It's extremely hot. And then there's a whole other surprise roller coaster section. Shit is coming at you. Boo! Go! And then you actually come to a stop. Brendan Fraser yells at you, which you won't understand because you rush through a queue. That's a whole, I'm gonna get, you know, I'm not gonna talk about that whole thing right now. But yeah, that's the ride in Florida. It's so good. So they did that in 2004. Opens. Everyone loves it, obviously, because it's so great. And then they're like, okay, coming to Hollywood, and everyone's like, yay, we're getting the ride, even though, you know, they closed ET for it. But you gotta, sometimes sacrifices have to be made, you know. If you throw the ET ride out, that's a great ride, but if you get the Florida Mummy in its place, that's, I feel like that's worth it. But it's not the Florida Mummy, is it? It's a different thing. It's a much worse thing. So the Mummy in Hollywood has a much more confusing existence. It doesn't really tie into the movies so directly, that the plot is a lot looser. You go in the queue and there's just some like lady chanting at you, and there's like cool little things you can touch and whatnot in the queue, but there's no clear story. So this one also starts with a dark ride section, and I want to give credit where credit is due. The arms coming out of the ceiling, which is not present in Florida, is pretty sick. I'm glad that this ride has one little pretty decent effect over the Florida thing, because it's really all it has. But the dark ride section does not have like a fun, like, oh, you're in trouble, and then a little interaction with like the villain. It's just like a mummy sits up, and then a guy on the screen, the really bad looking screen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nitpicking, but it really does not look good. And a guy up there gets eaten by scarabs, which If you've had that happen to you, you know, not a great way to go out. This room, to my eyes at least, is pretty similar. I mean, you got the Mario 64 head. This guy's named Emotep, by the way, and he's the main villain in both versions, but he's just got a lot less of a presence in the Hollywood version. Because in Florida, there's multiple really good Emotep animatronics, but in Hollywood, there's kind of just this one up at the top here who yells at you, and that's good, but like, come on. So out of here, you get your big launch, and I will say I think it feels faster than the Florida one. I don't know if it actually is. So similar to the Florida coaster sections, there's a bunch of like flashing neon, like scary guys coming at you. And in Florida, there's, you know, a bunch of animatronics and much more set design stuff going on, so it doesn't feel so cheap to have these stills flashing at you. It's like, okay, the money went other places. But in Hollywood, there isn't that, so it's like, okay, you couldn't have made a move a little? Like, come on. So the little scarab set piece they put here after all the roller coaster shit instead of right before it, like in Florida, and then, you know, you go backwards and you go through even more roller coaster stuff. So you go backwards through some of the track that you just went through. There's a track switch, you know, obviously, but you go backwards for a little bit, and then you slam to a halt. The cart turns around, just like in Florida. You're like, oh my god, what's about to happen? And I'm just gonna let this play with sound so you can get the full effect of how disappointing it is. I can all but guarantee you that if you look up any POV for this ride, that someone would go, oh, or like, aw, when the door opens, because it's like, oh, that's it? No fake ending, no ceiling fire, just this music that makes it feel like something is about to happen as your cart turns, and you get so excited, and then it just ends. It's crazy. I don't understand. Like, was there really no way to do something? Could you set the ceiling on fire, at least? Fuck. So yeah, I feel like it's difficult to rate this ride because it has this clearly superior version that I've also been on. Like, it's hard not to compare the two, it's hard to judge it as its own thing, but I think I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Because that ending, I feel like before the ending, it's like a 7, and then when you expect something and the letdown at the end is like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'll do 6 out of 10. As always, thank you very much for watching this Tatsu Gang review. I took a little break. I needed a little bit of a breather from the video stuff because it's just a lot to do, but I'm back. I got the Horror Nights vlog up. More Horror Nights vlogs coming. Not Scary Farm vlog coming up. More ride reviews. I'm going to try to actually do rides that are not at Universal Hollywood because I've got a ton of those I want to do, and I feel like I've been a little bit monotonous with that, but we're so fucking back. Like, Tatsu Gang is back and better than ever, and 2026 is the year I get invited for the Fast and Furious roller coaster opening day media day. I bet. Probably not, but we'll see. But it still won't be as good as Tatsu.